Hi, Stacy here with Limelight AZ. Update. I forgot what week we're in, but I'll write it in the title. 590 stings. So finally, I've had a full week of stinging the way that I'm supposed to be doing it after like a month and a half of not doing that. So I'm very excited about that. I thought of something yesterday or day before that I wanted to share with you. Oh, so something I've noticed when doing stinging is that if I can be relaxed, stinging goes much better. If my muscles are tense, it hurts a lot more. And so I've really focused a lot over the last several months to be relaxed when doing the stinging so it doesn't hurt as much. Well, the last time we did stinging, which was last night, my husband had gotten me a milkshake from Dairy Queen. His mom had taken him and the kids to Dairy Queen just for a treat, and they brought me back a milkshake. Well, the milkshake made me cold, and therefore my muscles were tightened, and it was really hard to loosen up. And so last night's stinging was more painful than it has been in a while. So that was interesting, because there's nothing I could do to try to loosen my muscles. So yeah, don't eat or consume anything cold prior to doing your stingings. Give yourself at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, so that you're not cold. So yeah, the stinging went really well. I'm really happy with the progress that I'm making so far, even though I had been not doing the stinging for like over a month. My knees don't hurt the way they were when I first came into bee venom therapy. I've had a couple occasions during the period being off of the bee venom therapy that inside of my knee was a little achy and a little painful. Felt like it was trying to make a comeback, but it was periodic. It wasn't a continual deal. So that's good. Hopefully I won't really have any more issues with that. So I'm getting stronger. The skin on my legs is looking really weird, but in a positive way. I will post a video that my little one was helping me try to exercise or stretch my legs. And you can see on my calf, like the skin, it looks like a lot of cellulite. Well, that's me trying to use those muscles. And because all of the muscle had wasted away, it's now starting to come back, and it's starting to make the skin pucker in different spots. Before, it was just skin. It would just hang there. There was no muscle whatsoever. So I'm very, very excited to be getting muscle back. Unfortunately, I still have not gotten with a occupational and physical therapists. So I'm getting restless at this point. It's been weeks, probably close to 2 months, trying to get something going with that. And at this point, I'm just going to start trying to do stuff on my own. I mean, my right leg, I can't get it to extend past like what you would see for a sitting position. Like if you were sitting in a chair, that's as far as my right leg will stretch out. I can bring it back more toward my bring my heel toward my butt more, and that's fine. But to try to stretch it out like as if in a standing position, there's no way. And so it's pretty much at like a 90-degree angle right now. And of course that concerns me. I'm starting to try to stretch it. I don't know what else I can do to fix that.
I'd like to move her.
Sorry, my mom just walks in and starts talking. She doesn't know if I'm doing videos, and she's extraordinarily hard of hearing, so she doesn't hear me talking when she walks in. She just starts talking away. Anyways, so I need to try to stretch my right leg. I won't be able to stand on this. Even if I had the strength to stand, I can't like because of the angle, I physically cannot stand on it. So I'm really hoping that just continual stretching over a period of time will get it so that it starts behaving again, because I don't know what else to do until I can get some people here helping me. Um, but I think that's probably right my biggest challenge right now, is trying to get those muscles loosened up. Looks like Nissa's trying to let herself in, so you might hear screaming here in just a second. Anyways, so the next one is going to be, of course, the muscle strength, which is making a comeback. There was a period where I was hardly able to even, like, lift my arms. Like, I couldn't hardly even lift my arms. And it was a huge effort. It was like I had to have momentum behind my arms just to move them. Now they feel pretty much normal. My hands, of course, still give me some issues, but they don't feel heavy. Um, my arms feel like I can move them normally, just like before Lyme. Um, my legs are getting there. They're almost there. I'm ready to start trying to use weights on my arms to build that extra muscle. My husband bought dumbbells a few nights ago, just to see how much I could lift. And I was able to hold a 2-pound dumbbell. It was fairly heavy. I think I could probably do as much as 3 pounds based off of that weight. But that would be very, very challenging for me to move my arms. I think this video is going to have to wrap up. It seems like Grand Central Station all of a sudden. The muscles are making a comeback. The dumbbells, so 2 pounds with my arms. So we'll see. We'll see how that continues to go. I'm going to start not just doing the stretching, but try to get enough strength to get up at least on my elbows. I did that one day out of desperation. I don't remember. Oh, I was trying to get some stuff out from underneath me, and it was just my 8-year-old in my room with me. My husband was at work, and my mom was sleeping. So I was trying to get some crumbs or something out from underneath me, and I managed to get on my elbows. So I know that with enough effort, I can do that, and I want to continue doing that on a regular basis. You know, the bee venom has made it so I've come a long way. At one point, I couldn't even touch my knees. I could bend my legs enough so that I could have my feet flat on the bed, but I wasn't able to reach to touch my knees. And now I am able to not just touch my knees, but like easily touch my knees. And I am, my body is stretched out enough to be able to cross my feet over onto the next thigh. And these are huge amounts of progress from where I was before. At one point, I couldn't reach on the other side of my body with my hands, so it is very clear that the bee venom is indeed working. It didn't seem like it for the longest time, but especially after the break and realizing how little pain I have and how much I'm able to move and stuff like that, and how few mental issues I'm having. This is definitely working. So I'm excited to continue sharing this with people because, Lyme is so expensive and is so scary, and the bee venom costs virtually nothing to do, and is making me move forward by leaps and bounds. So I'm really hoping that my story will continue to play out on YouTube for the better. I mean, obviously, I don't want this not to work specifically for myself, but I'm very hopeful that it'll work. For the longest time, for several months, it really seemed like I wasn't getting anywhere, And now all of a sudden I'm looking back, I'm like, oh wow, I've actually made a lot of progress. So I'm hoping that other people will start looking at this as an option for themselves, because it is a big turnaround for me. And the biggest thing is that I'm now getting back into a life. Even though I'm still in bed, at least now I'm not like just sleeping all day or playing on Facebook and kicking my kids out because I just mentally can't deal. Um, and I'm actually able to physically like have them near me and them not hurt me so bad that I don't want them near me, which is an unfortunate side effect of Lyme disease. I had to do that on several occasions, especially the little one, because she really didn't understand about being careful of me. And just small bumps, and it would just be horrible. We're past that now, or at least it seems to be. There is a possibility that it'll resurface. There's a history of with bee venom that symptoms go away and then come back and go away and come back and get less and less each time they come back. So it could be that I am just in a good period right now with the bee venom therapy that makes me feel well, and that I might hit a rough patch. And I'm keeping that in mind because I don't want to go back into that and go, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick again. So I am keeping that as a strong possibility in my head. Um, that way I continue with the bee venom therapy even through the rough patches. Anyways, I think that's about it for today. Today's update. Talk to you guys later. Bye.